All right, welcome everybody. Thank you all for coming. It's exciting. Sorry, excited? I'm just going to go ahead and let you think about this a little bit, but we're going to have you guys share some product testimonies. So think about what your favorite product is, and you want to kind of share your personal testimony. I know some of you just got started. I don't know if you were a customer before or not, but if you don't have one, that's okay. But if you do, I know many of you do have awesome product testimonies, so just share so we can hear some of them. It'd be awesome. So big announcement. Super excited about this. Just before we got here, the Duns announced a little hint about the big announcement that's coming on Friday. You know, we all know 3 or 5 Friday, big promotion announcement.
High five Friday.
High 5, 3 or 5. Mm-hmm. So big announcement is something to do with the steps to success. That was like a little hint. And John Eric said you're gonna wish you could go back to Monday and start working your tail off. So I'm guessing maybe like you'll get a bonus or something for completing the steps to success this month. So start working on it right away. You know, don't wait till Friday till you hear what the announcement is and then wish that you had started working last night. So okay. Compliance.
Yes. We can start, just to feed off that, we can start talking about the steps of success are, because some people don't know. For me, when I started, Bonnie drilled that in my head. Does anybody have one by chance with them? You do? Oh, you're good. Yes. We get an extra hug from me. Yeah. I didn't do my legs right, guys. I'm sorry.
There you go. Hope we'll take.
Yay! There's still.
I was good at work.
Say hi to our 4 viewers. We got 4 viewers. Sweet. We got a room full here. It's very exciting.
So I'll show you guys here first. Trying to show you. I mean, you're on a computer, so you might just be able to look it up too.
That's a good point. So everyone knows where to find and print off the steps to success by going under the documents on your eSuite. Yeah. Yes. Good. You know?
Everything is in your eSuite. I can just tell you that. Anything you want to find, any information. She's our newest, by the way. She just signed up 2 days ago. I think we're the newest. Anybody else? No?
She signed up, we haven't even talked about anything.
She said I'm
Okay.
So any information you want to find, it is in your eSuite. I'm just a great person that I dig before I ask questions, but that's my personality. I know some people rather ask questions before they dig. But you can find it in there, I promise. The document library has everything you need to know. The training videos have everything you need to know. That's a lot of information. Some people it overwhelms them, so I suggest that you just do one video at a time, or just take an hour, so just look through the document library, whatever you can handle. But you can find any information in there that you need.
And I know, like when I started, I would get on there and just like click on reports and go through each one. And some of them I was like, I don't know what that means. But I just sort of go through and look at it, because then later on something would come up and be like, wait, I think I saw that somewhere on there, and I would go find it. And go through the documents and sort of look at what is in there, just so that you kind of have an idea. Because you are going to be using all of that, taking advantage of all of that. So just play with it.
Yeah. So the steps to success is this paper. I suggest you print it out every month, the beginning of the month, first day. That should be your goal, but just go in, print it out. And then have it there with you, somewhere where you can see it every day, and that you can write on it. This is seriously the guide to everything that you need to do to have a successful business. Top money earners, they're doing this. I did it when I started. Bonnie does it. We still do it. So definitely print it out. It should always be your goal. Some people, they can do it every single month. I've had months where I couldn't completely complete it, but what I did was I started the next month. And I just continue to do it. This should always be your goal. And what it is you, of course, when you sign up, you join the party. But after, say, your second month, you want to make sure you run your auto shipment for, we lost them. Sorry, people.
Maybe I'm already on this.
Take me there.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh. Hi, we're still here.
Oh, we're
Okay.
still
Oh, we lost you. Sorry about that. That was awkward. Okay, great.
So you want to run your auto shipment. At least it has to be 80 BV. I recommend you keep it to as close to that as you can. You don't want to be under it, but I want to make it really big.
I keep mine right between 80 and 90.
Yeah.
Based on what product you like it. Or do the 2 boxes of wraps.
Yeah.
If you have them, so.
And if you sell those, you make your money back and some. So auto shipment is key. The next step, you know what the next step?
Yeah, step 2. I love step 2 because that is our wrap rewards. So your goal every month is to get 4 loyal customers, right? Everyone understands loyal customers. Are you a customer first? You aren't. Do you understand what loyal customers are? Awesome. So your goal is to get 4 loyal customers. And every time you get 2, you get a box of wraps, right, that we can buy for $25 or facials and sell, so you're making some money. And the way I always explain this to new distributors or potential distributors is that you get 4 customers, you get your $120 of free product when you do that in your first 30 days, and then you're buying wraps for $25 a box. You're turning around and selling that box for $100, making a $75 profit off each box, right? So that's the first way we make money is wrap cash. So that $75 is nice, just in your pocket, go shopping or whatever. Buy groceries, when that's what happens to mine. And the second way we make money then is with those loyal customers, we get commission off of all that. So you're building your business with wrap cash and by your commissions off your customers. So that's step 2.
And then step 3, which would be your last step, would be to sign 3 distributors. And then of course you make commission off of the distributors, their orders, and any loyal customer that's underneath them. Just think if you were teaching your team this and your team is doing this while you were doing this, imagine how fast your team could grow. If you're adding 3 distributors and 4 loyal customers at least every month, and they are doing the same, it's just going to keep multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. So this is very important for you to teach your team and for you to be doing also. So day 1, print out your steps to success.
Yeah. And I've heard, like your focus is 4 customers and 3 distributors. When I know some people go, I just can't see the sign up distributors. They get real hung up on that. If you are signing up 7 people every month and you're offering every single person to be a customer or a distributor, then you're doing great. You're building your paycheck off those customers. You're offering for them to be a distributor, and maybe they're going to be a customer first, and maybe they'll become a distributor later on. You never know. So don't get caught up on 4 and 3, even though that is your goal. Just focus on getting 7 new people in your business, whether it's 7 new customers or the 4 and 3. Makes sense? Okay. Yeah. Also, steps to success, that's what gets us to Go Ruby, right? By having those 3 distributors and helping them get started, gathering their customers, and helping one of those people start gathering their distributors to their distributors as well. So that really is the focus. And if you can help people do the steps to success and teach that, not only going to Go Ruby, but that's going to get you to Diamond, that's going to get you to Double Diamond, that's going to get you to Ambassador. So that's really all you do is teach people to do this, help them get to Ruby, and keep building. Simple. So, yes, we're focused on that definitely this month, especially with whatever this exciting announcement is on Friday. Anything else about that?
Okay, so anybody have any questions on it?
Okay. One of the questions.
If you guys have questions, you can put it on Living the Dream Team, and then somebody, Laura will look for it, and then she can ask us, and then we can answer it. So.
Okay. You get nervous? This is fine. Compliance. Compliance. So one of the other questions that was posted on the page was somebody wanted to talk about compliance. We all know we cannot claim weight loss or inch loss in regards to the wraps. You can't make any sort of medical claims. We're not doctors. We're not. Some people might be, but
Medical
still
terminology,
don't. Yes.
Say detox. anything like that, fat cells, anything that would be medically related, you cannot use that.
Don't try to explain how the wraps work, because that gets into like all that medical terminology and all that stuff that I don't understand. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. It just works. You just got to try it. So don't try to start explaining any of that. And don't make medical claims in regards to the supplements or things as well. You can't say detox in regards to the greens. I mean, it says it right there on the little package. But
And Apple should say to that too. You know,
Yeah.
like those things you can say it's right there on the package.
Yeah.
A lot of people get confused, like, oh, I'm not saying it with greens. But you are. You're just not allowed with the wraps.
the wraps are cosmetic. But don't make medical claims about the other supplements. Don't say, will cure your diabetes or anything like that. So along with that, there are posts that go around, pictures that people have posted on Facebook and things that say that, like, just look for that, like if it says something about, oh, it'll help your diabetes, don't post it. You know what I mean? Just want to be smart about it. Think, okay, if I'm not allowed to write this, I can't post it on a picture either. Make sense?
Can you post a picture, but then give a testimony of what your client has done?
You can give testimonies, like in quotations, testimonies. You know what I mean? Like,
It's like my dad being diabetic and greens basically
Yes.
changed his life.
yeah. So you can picture the greens and you can put a testimony. And you can put a picture of the greens.
Just not one picture.
Well, you just can't use, there are pictures that people have made that say greens help diabetes. You know what I mean? Like, you don't use one of those pictures. Don't go Googling greens and find some picture that says about greens help diabetes. Just use a picture of the greens, like your corporate one or whatever. And then you can share a testimony, a personal testimony, or testimony from a customer or another distributor. Yeah. The
Well,
testimonies are.
Often what I do is if somebody says, do you think they'll help me with my diabetes? I will say, well, I'm not allowed to say that they will for sure. I can't give you 100% positive yes, but I do know of a friend of mine, or say, I do know my father, that have helped him. You could share his story. I have done that. I do that usually in private messages. I'll do that. That way there's no question about it. But now on my own Facebook, some of you may have seen, I had posted, I had blood work done, and the greens helped lower my LDL, increase my HDL, so it helped my cholesterol and my overall, health. So I did post my personal testimonies, and I put it in quotations.
Yeah.
That was my personal testimony. Just about how excited I was. Does that make sense? But I didn't say this will cure your,
Yeah. And so, no medical terminology. Inch loss. Inch loss is a medical term. Sounds funny, doesn't it? It's not a medical term. But yeah, so don't say anything about inch loss in regards to the wraps. Just say, that's why we had the before and after pictures, because you can see that there's inch loss without saying inch loss. Or I've said I've gone down in jean size, because that's not saying that I've lost inches, but it's saying that I have gone down in jeans. You know what I mean? Obviously, be truthful about stuff too.
I think Daphne, you just had somebody say that they are now putting into a pair of shorts, or 2 pairs of shorts that are too small for them. That's great.
Yeah,
Because she didn't say,
that's perfect.
I lost
She
inches.
posted that
She did.
on my Facebook.
Yeah, and that's even better. I love it when my customers and stuff will post and tag me and things. Or get permission and post and tag them in it, a testimony from them or whatever. So yeah. Any questions about compliance stuff? Can't think of anything else.
Can't post on your sites, and that was just brought up.
Yeah, yard sales.
And the reason is for
No
that, that we
markets.
we want our products to look, like they're more high-end, not trashy. Does that make sense? Because normally, yard sales are things that are used, they're rare that they're brand spanking new.
I don't
So-
use wrap. I'm sorry.
I
don't want to use wrap. But yeah, like yard sales, you're expecting something that's used, or flea market, same thing. It's kind of cheaper stuff, and we don't want.
We want to protect our brand.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people had questions about how to handle it. If you've seen it on Facebook, if you've seen something that was non-compliant, whether it was they used medical terminology, or they used inch loss, or they saw it on a yard sale site, whatever it may be, best way to handle it is you can send them a private message. I say private message. Because you don't want it to be all out there for everybody to see that you're trying to reprimand somebody. You know what I mean? But in a nice way, just say, I'm not sure if you realize or not, but it's actually in our compliance and policy book that we're not allowed to post on yard sale sites, or we're not allowed to post medical terminology you may want to double check with your upline and leave it at that. I wouldn't say any more, then it's up to that person. It's in their seat to change the issue.
Because if they get caught, and there are corporate people that have Facebook account, like fake Facebook accounts that go around and check. So they're looking for any It Works distributors and looking at what they're posting. So there are people out there spying on us. And if you get caught, you're done. Like your paycheck disappears. So you don't want to do something to get in trouble, right? Anything else? Any other compliance questions?
I do have one.
Yeah.
When the wraps were BOGO, okay, we weren't supposed to put free after the BOGO, but I had seen that one, I think it was the new green or whatever, I was like, but isn't that what BOGO means? You know what I mean? I couldn't figure out why you couldn't put the word free.
I didn't say that. Buy one, get one free?
Yeah, it said you could not put free after. You cannot use free or something. So it was on one of the sites that it was saying not to put free. And I was like, I did that all. Yeah, I did too, like the first time when I saw it, I was like, I was like, I didn't understand.
I didn't see that in
That's okay, come on in.
I'll look up.
Yeah, look up and tag one of us in,
Yeah.
and then we'll look and
You can ask.
see, because I didn't hear that. I did it. I'm going,
I know I saw it, because I was like, I couldn't figure out, because I texted my.
Maybe they worded it weird or something that
I don't know, just about how.
I know there's a big issue about saying free wraps.
Yeah.
Like you're not supposed to offer free wraps.
Oh.
And so, I don't know if maybe that's where some of the confusion was, maybe when that ends. I never heard that in compliance. Like when we got you get emails, and it tells you what you can do and can't do. And I don't remember seeing that in the email with the BOGO then. So maybe look it up and tag one of us.
Yeah. And you cannot post on Facebook or anything or offer, like if you sign up with me as a customer, I'll give you a free wrap. Like, don't do that. Don't offer people, if you sign up with me as a distributor, I'll give you something. So you can't do that. I remind you of that. Yeah, just something else. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Compliance testimonies. So who wants to go first and share a product testimony? Hope? No, you already did. You're good. All right, Susie.
Sure.
You're shared up your earnings.
What's that?
She already shared up your earnings.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Go ahead.
All right, I'll share for the Relief, which is the first product that I started. I started out as a little customer for a couple of days and then decided to sign on as a distributor. For over 7 years, I suffered with numbness, pain, tingling, and I would wake up at night with burning from my neck the whole way down both my arms and my hands. It was miserable. Like I lived every day with numb and tingling hands. And then I started the Relief, and not even 2 weeks later, I had no more numbness, no more pain, no more tingling, and I would test it. Like if I washed my car or, what else was it that really aggravated? If I washed my vehicle, mowed my grass, anything, like painting or anything, I would be up 3 and 4 nights with the burning. It just felt like they were on fire. And so I started testing it after I felt better and didn't wake up, didn't have any more of the symptoms at all. So that sold me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very awesome. All right.
Susie, what was the underlying condition that caused that numbness? Do you know?
Well, the chiropractor and the doctor say herniated disc, bulging disc in my neck, and they told me that I just pretty much had permanent nerve damage. Permanent nerve damage. And there was not, I went to the chiropractor all the time. And I still go to my chiropractor, but hardly ever. And it's not really because of that, because I don't get that anymore. So.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. Let's go next. Somebody else?
Yeah.
Mine is at the Greens, and I was a believer of them right from the beginning, but they several times have helped me. I've been using them for over 2 years, I guess. And several times they've helped me from getting a full-fledged cold. They just like nip that in the bud very quickly. But since being pregnant this time, I was not able to stomach them very well in the beginning, and I got my first full-fledged official cold in 2 years, and it was miserable. So I definitely, and it was right after like I stopped taking them. So I very quickly glad that I'm able to take them again. So that's my.
Sorry, mine's leaving actually too. But
It's okay.
But yeah, the greens are definitely my favorite go-to product. Really the same reasons. There was one time shortly after I became a distributor, and I had been drinking them here and there, but I felt like a sore throat coming when I started getting like body aches, like I was going to come down with the flu or a cold. And so I doubled my dosage that day of the greens, and by the end of the day, it was gone. Like I didn't have the symptoms anymore. I actually did that like twice. And yeah, I've maybe had one cold the entire year and a half I've been drinking greens, which is good because I work with kids, so I'm constantly picking up germs from kids. But yeah, I haven't been really sick since.
Awesome. All right, Darwin.
Mine's ThermoFit degrees. I went from 213 to 185 with ThermoFit twice a day, plus greens, and I can tell a difference with energy. So ThermoFit degrees is my two products.
From March to June.
Yeah,
This is
from March.
so 3 months.
And I wouldn't eat as much, but I wasn't running all the time or exercising, going to the gym.
Awesome. And like people all the time ask me, like, do guys use these products? Obviously, yes. You know, my husband uses a lot of products. He loves them. I think the only product that's not for guys is Esther Rhythm.
But they're diet.
I mean,
We're willing to have to try it.
yeah, sure.
Where's your dinner with It's pretty
Wow.
good. His hair looks better than mine.
You guys don't have lots of money. So, anyways, moving her along. Yes, guys love these products, so don't think that your only clientele are women. Guys love the products too, and the business. There are guys, maybe guys in the business, active in the business.
Darwin has a couple little customers that are male.
Matter of fact, I just had one that told me the other day, his car went bad or something last month, and he ran out of his relief. And he said he's already a few days out of it, he can already tell the difference, but he hasn't had it. Plus, I had another guy lose 20 pounds, boy, on a ThermoFit, so the stuff works.
And just the ThermoFit alone, he
Yeah.
didn't get anything else but the ThermoFit. He lost 20 pounds. He lost like 7 pounds in the first week or something. That's
Yeah,
something
but
ridiculous.
he's a big boy, he did go to the gym with that, but it works, everything, I've
Yeah.
no complaints.
It works. Pun intended. All right.
I'll go.
Okay.
Well, first of all, my husband, the greens, has done him like excellent. First, he has psoriasis, really, really bad. Like, the worst I've ever seen. When I first met him, I thought it was poison ivy. He has it everywhere. But with that and the fighting gel, it's really starting to clear up now. And he doesn't bleed, like every night he would bleed. I have to wash the sheets every day because of his knees and all that. So that's doing excellent for him. Plus the greens, he's gone down. He's worn a shirt he hasn't been able to wear in 5 years.
That's awesome.
I don't know why men lose so much weight so quick.
Yeah.
And I'm taking the greens, and I really have, gone down it, but yes, because I was supposed to get knee surgery about 7 years ago. My knees are bone on bone. I have no cartilage. That's when I found out I was pregnant with my son, so I couldn't get it done. But with taking the greens, I don't have the pain that I used to have.
That's awesome.
And I actually didn't take them for 3 days. And you can ask my husband, I could not move. My knees hurt. I could not move my thumbs. And I took them past 2 days, I can walk. I don't have the pain. I mean, I was in constant pain about 7, 8 years. Growing up, you would hear me coming down the steps, I mean, I couldn't sneak around or anything. I couldn't, like, my son's like, oh, here comes mommy. But yeah, I would, yeah.
That's awesome.
And now I got my mom on it. Like, she finally got on it, so. And she loves it.
I don't know.
Okay.
I made a testament with my husband. He would not. He's had like really bad arthritis in his knees and I don't know, all over. He would come home and he would just want to lay around. Oh, my knees hurt. I'm like, we got a family to raise. You need to get up and go do something. What should be mean? But it's a kid, you know what I'm saying? I can't pull down the floor. But anyways. He's really good at yeah, but it's just to the point where we needed some stuff done. But anyways, so I started selling this stuff and I said, we need to try relief. He was already trying the greens, you know, and he would be going to a doctor over in York a couple times a month. They would just throw prescriptions on him and they wouldn't make him feel any better. And he started taking relief in 2 weeks. He was coming home, he was out doing stuff, playing ball with the kids, you know, just doing stuff that he hasn't done. And he swears by it. He's kind of good at work. You know, he does it in testimonial on Facebook, things like that. So the greens and the relief really helps him. He's actually got on a couple guide oils, and now all they talk about is the greens, and they like it because a guy he actually signed had trouble going number 2, and now he's faithfully on number 2 every day. So they're awesome.
He's probably feeling much better.
Yeah, so because I like all the products, but that's my husband. Greens really.
Say, I haven't come across a product that I haven't liked yet, but for personal testimony, it would probably be fat fighters, so I'll bring one up that we haven't discussed yet. I have no gallbladder, I had it taken out in high school, and since then, it was really hard for me to digest food that was high in fat. I would still eat it, but it would come with repercussions, and I joined It Works right after the birth of my second child, and so I was still nursing her, and I was waiting to get, be done nursing to start taking the fat fighters, so I hadn't taken them. It was probably in January that I think I stopped because it was Super Bowl, and I indulged in my a nice fatty meal of like wings and nachos and cheese and all this scrumptious stuff that you get to eat during a football game. And I'm tired now. So I took on, and usually after I would eat something like that, I would be like in a lot of pain, go to the bathroom, and I was waiting to feel this, and I got on Living the Dream Team. Does fat fighters help with this kind of stuff? Because I feel like my bad feelings after eating a fatty meal. And they're like, and I think you said I actually have
Our customer who's now a distributor.
that she takes the fat fighters because she doesn't have a gallbladder and because it helps with that. Gosh, what makes total sense now? I didn't know that. So now I know, I can start eating more pizza now. Maple ice cream. I'm not worried about it. So I think I'm very aware with me, not for weight loss. It's not a weight loss tool for me. It's more so I can eat.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Do you want to share?
Yes, I just wanted to say, I too haven't been in too long, but very glad. My head was very skeptical at first, and I pushed forward and I said, I'm going to do them all. Now he's actually, he takes the chews, and he also is using the bars, and he swears by them, and he's, like I say, very, not negative, but he's just not a believer of most of certain things. And he's had a lot of medical issues, joint-wise, and also it started because I had the same type of issues, fibromyalgia and different things. we started to join the relief. And we've been experiencing positive things, and he actually recommended them to a buddy of his he used to work in the prison with, and before he would never thought of saying anything like that, his health and all, but he's very, very glad that I'm with this, and I'm going to try and talk him into becoming a distributor.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're grateful for everything that everybody's done for us.
My husband was extremely skeptical, for a long time. Most spouses are, unfortunately. Whenever they're not, I'm like, oh my gosh. But it was relief in the grains that my husband actually finally was like, wait a second, there's something to this. But it took a while longer for him to be really, to be 100% all on board. It took for him to go to conference this year. So it took almost a year and a half for him to really be completely on board. But so get your guys, if they're skeptical, take them to events. Even like 1-2-1 missions, anything, get them there because.
They just need to meet her husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why she's here too.
Yeah, yeah. But
Be the king.
I know, bring your men. And there are distributors who do parties, and they do couples parties where their spouse will come. And my husband's come to parties with me before. And then instead of just all the women coming, they bring all their husbands too. And so that it really gets them on board right from the get-go. Rather than them, wife coming home going, I'm going to buy these wraps. And going, what are you doing? Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, so.
I think of you. She said that made me think of you.
I'm really proud of it.
Yeah.
Some of my bikes should be there.
Micah told me, I asked him if I could join. He was like, no, you're not doing that. And like, I don't know, a little over a week later, I'm like, I think I'm going to do this. He's like, whatever. He's like, she'll do it for a couple months and she'll quit. Oh. So, any other testimonies?
I have to say my favorite now, because I go on these things where I drink a lot, I drink the greens every day, I do all kinds of it work stuff, but my favorite right now that I'm going to pick up is the Confianza. Not only is it fun to say, like you know that song. I say that with the Confianza. I love that stuff. I have a very difficult time dealing with my boss because he's a little crazy. And just a little. And I noticed that I take a Confianza, I can smile when I'm talking to him. So that's my favorite right now. That's my kick.
That's her happy pill.
And she's not talking about Mark Pentecost at all.
No. Because he's not your boss. I love Confianza as well. That's definitely one of my go-tos. I take it almost every day, and I always take it right before a party because it gets me like relaxed. And focused so I can go through it all without forgetting stuff.
So now when you guys all see that Subway commercial, you're going to think that, right?
Yes. Any other testimonies?
I know everyone loves greens, but it's always fun to have a reason to share it with a customer. Something that, they helped my friend. I can be one of those. Claudia can too in a minute, and she'll share. But just volunteering. I had multiple back surgeries when I was younger, and at the age of 25, I went back to the doctor. I'm like, something broke again. Like, you got to fix it. And he took the X-rays and see all that white stuff? That's arthritis. I said, okay, we'll fix it. And he said, I can't unless you get to a point where you can't walk. I said, well, all right. So off I go 10 years later, and my husband's a football coach, so when we moved during football season, because that makes sense, I packed every box, I moved every box, and by the time we were done, I couldn't move. I would roll over in the middle of the night, and I would cry because it hurt so bad. When I got out of bed, I couldn't stand up. It took me a couple of minutes to get, vertical every morning. I went back to my doctor, and I said, now can you fix it? He said, yes, you can go to a physical therapist. Okay, so I did physical therapy for about a year and a half, and I was good. I was pretty good compared to where I was the year before.
this crazy rap thing like fell in my lap, found me, smacked me on the head, and I started taking greens. Not for any reason other than I wanted 8 servings of fruits and vegetables because the kale that I had bought rotted in my fridge. Because I was not going to juice. I'm the lazy girl that just wants to dump it in and move on. So I started taking the greens, and my 3-year-old got up in the middle of the night, and I just got up and ran. And I thought to myself, I've never done that. Well, at least not in the last 15 years. I could actually stand up and move from getting right out of bed. So I literally eliminated my arthritis pain, eliminated. Right up until in December, a friend of mine said, I just don't know if the greens work. After you've taken them for a really long time, I don't know if they keep working. She suffers from depression. I said, you know what, please don't. She said, I'm just gonna go off and see what happens. I'm like, please don't, just stay put. I'll try. So I said, I can do this. I just won't take them for a week and see what happens. Day four, I stood up and I could not get all the way up because that was the first pain I had had in about 6 months. So needless to say, there will be no more day 4s. There aren't even day 2s. Greens is an everyday staple for me because I don't have arthritis pain at all.
That's awesome.
And I get 8 servings of fruits and vegetables. Exactly.
That is a win-win. Now it sounds like you have a testimony.
Yeah, I do. I was falling cold. So I alluded to it earlier about my dad. I'll give you the short version, but my dad has diabetes, and diabetes controlled his life. He didn't have control of it. He's insulin dependent. His father passed away, and he lost his hero, and that was really hard for him. And he didn't really cry. I really thought that was the beginning of the end of my dad. And he started taking greens. And in the month of January, he started the end of January. In the beginning of January, he had 8 out of 14 days in the bed. Anyone who's diabetic knows that means it's over 180, which is not good. He started the end of January, very skeptic, but he loves Trisha so much. So he believed Trisha. He didn't believe his daughter, but he believed Trisha that it was going to work. And so whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. And in the month of February, he had 3 days out of the entire month that were in the red. Only 3. And he felt great. A year and a half prior, he was begging his doctor to give him a double knee replacement because he couldn't walk. He hobbled. He's 57. There's no reason he needs to hobble. And after the month of February, he was walking on the treadmill just because it felt good. He loved it. He had his life back. He is happy. He's my dad. He plays with my little boy just like I always dreamed he would again. And he's back. And I'm happy about that. His endocrinologist put him in the controlled diabetic group now. So he will not be without greens ever. Ever. And myself just tackled the mailman last night because my greens came. I was without them for a week, and my allergies came back, and I hadn't had allergies in almost a year. So this chick will never be without them either.
Cool. Does anybody use the ProFit? What's your favorite recipe? Your recipe.
I bought the stuff to make the bites, but I haven't made them yet. But I drink the it's called EAI5 juice, and it only has 2 grams of sugar in the whole bottle. So I make using coconut and then put the crushed ice and then the ProFit in and make a nice smoothie out of that. That is really good.
That's awesome.
But I just started that one, so.
I love the ProFit. It's one of my favorites.
You can really mix it with anything. I find the vanilla to be a little bit more versatile. You can use it with a lot of different things. The chocolate, I mean, I'm not a person that likes chocolate and fruit a whole bunch, if that makes sense. So I stick with like chocolate almond milk and chocolate ProFit thanks to Vine. It tastes like a vegetable. It's amazing. So if you get like your, angry for like something chocolatey, that's what you can take. Yeah.
We like the vanilla with
orange juice and like a creamsicle one.
And the orange greens?
They throw in some frozen mango.
Yeah. I always think frozen banana in mine.
Yeah, and then we also do the chocolate. We do chocolate with peanut butter. It's a chocolate one.
I do vanilla.
That's good.
Yeah, I do vanilla peanut butter also.
What did you say you mix the vanilla with lemonade?
Yes, that's what I was just gonna say. It is okay. So Chick-fil-A has the frozen lemonade, right? Profit, vanilla Profit. I use Simply Lemonade, and ice. And that's it. And it's so delicious. And you could stick, like I thought about it to make it a little creamier, sticking some like vanilla Greek yogurt or something in it, but I didn't. Because I thought it was good.
I did.
Micah actually did that because he always does the orange one, and he was tired of it. He's been doing it for a while, and we had lemonade, and he's like, "There's lemonade in here," and he's like, "This is really good." So, yes, it's very good.
For me, I like something easy, so I don't use the blender. I'll get, Joel makes a juice, it's orange, banana, and pineapple, I think. And I'll just get that, and I'll mix the fruit in with it, and I'll add some water just so it's not so sweet. And that's how I drink it, because I'm one that I don't put in my blender and blending it. It's completely bad.
Oh, the Perfect's so delicious. And I find that there's actually can't think what it's called, happy stuff in the Perfect. That I find if I have my Perfect for breakfast, I'm much happier throughout the day. Kind of like an extra boost of confidence. And there's also a lot of fiber in it, which is good. And it's a full, it's not just protein. People think it's not just protein. There's a lot of other nutrients in it. So. All right. Any questions about any products that you want to know something about?
Does anybody have anybody on the extra rhythm? I have questions.
I'm not on it, but I have one of my closest friends is on it.
Really?
And yeah, and she will not go without it.
Like how much
What's she on it and what's it done for?
Well, she's my age, so she's 42. And she had to have a hysterectomy. It's been, I don't know how many years ago, but she's been whacked out since then. And she said that she cannot believe how much better she sleeps. She doesn't wake up with like hot flash. She doesn't get hot flashes, night sweats, things like that. And it just makes her feel so much better.
How long should it take?
For at least 6 months.
So is she in full blown menopause or is it like she in like perimenopause?
Usually
Does she take it with anything else?
What's that?
Does she take it with anything else or greens or? Do you know if she's keeping?
The only product that she's on right now is Estradiol. She's actually getting ready to start the greens and the relief, but
Okay.
the only thing that she is currently doing is the Estradiol.
Okay.
I've heard other testimonies about the estrogen for people not necessarily on menopause, but who just have hormonal imbalance issues, or like really bad acne because of hormones. So I've heard a lot of different testimonies with that, not necessarily just people in menopause, but also younger, earlier stages.
I think they say we can start at any time after 30.
I was thinking from the test, like somebody posted on one of the leadership pages about testimonies, and a whole bunch of people shared their testimonies, and I was reading through a bunch of them because I haven't had anybody really. It's not one I promote a lot because I don't know much about it. People ask, I can answer questions, but and I was thinking there were people that were like in their 20s taking it because they had like serious hormonal issues and things.
I wanted to ask her, because I know she asked about it.
If she takes it? No, I don't think so.
You don't think she asked? I know she asked, but so I was just curious.
I think if you remember, like when Lydia Gross came and did one of our team meetings.
I'll make you pregnant. That's all I remember about that. Oh,
That's why I'm kind of like,
She did say that, like, there was, I think there was another distributor at the time whose hormones were messed up after giving birth.
yes, I'm having kids. Yeah, she's having kids.
And she
Screws your body.
you should.
I think she suggested that every single female should be on that.
If you've had children or something, yeah, if you've had children, you should be taking it. Yeah, because when you have kids, you have
What do you mean?
Try it.
Any other product questions?
I did pass.
Any other product questions? No.
Are we doing the promotions?
Oh, yeah. We didn't tell anybody though.
Oh, that's okay. We'll just surprise them.
Okay, surprise! Yay! Promote twice. If you promoted it in the last month, come on up. If you promoted last month. Promoted in May.
Do you still have people watch it? Oh, we do. Who else promoted it?
You were
You were at this one?
I wasn't.
You didn't talk last
Yeah, come on up. Come on up. Anybody else promote that?
Was there anybody on your team that promoted it? With you? That's you?
executive.
Let's see.
Say somebody else.
Brandy?
Brandy, when did you
You
promote?
didn't talk. Come on.
Unplugged it.
So maybe I'm just seeing in the future. Okay. Okay, so next month then. Okay. What are we doing now that we're up here? What are we asking them? She got a question.
We'll see you. Who's talking about like,
Hi, Heather. We miss you. Okay. Sorry, Heather. Hi. That's for Heather.
what's your virtual hug?
Okay, so I guess give one tip that you feel helped you promote. Just one. Giving it away. That's what I do. Whether it is new distributors, new loyal customers, retail volume, whatever it is, my goal is always to help my team promote, because what happens when your team promotes, so do you. So when it comes to Wrap Rewards, I got none because I don't have loyal customers anymore. I just put them wherever other people need them. So that's what I would say. Give it away. Give it away. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I do too. I give it away now. Let's see, what was the other thing that? I thought of it.
Sorry, I started singing.
I will, right? Follow up and follow through. When you talk to people, that's what it was. When you talk to people, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Listen with both ears intently. Don't overrun the conversation. Just let them tell you what's going on in their life, and then say, "Oh, well, I do have something that can help," and talk just a little bit about it because you want to know what's in their head. So, listen.
I guess we didn't say what they promoted too.
Oh, yeah.
Emerald. I have to tell you, when I started and I got my business builder kit, the business builder kit came with a poster at that point, and it had all these little bubbles on it. And I filled out my goals, like literally within minutes of getting my kit, took a Sharpie marker and I was gung ho. I was filling out my goals. And on that sheet, it said promote to Emerald by May 2015. So it is here, and now I have to do my next year's work, and I'm a little nervous. This one seemed like I could manage it, and now we're getting big. So we'll see what happens in 2016.
Woohoo! That's awesome.
Because you gotta get up close to Heather so they can see you. Heather's in there. There's other viewers.
Hi, Heather! And viewers.
Okay, so
be a product of the product, share everywhere you go. That's my best tip.
Would you promote to?
Emerald and diamond.
As I said, you double promoted.
$10,000 gold
I'm done.
That's perfect.
I promoted to Ruby. My husband was executive. He's not here. He's watching the kids, so I'll speak on his behalf. The biggest thing for me is my uplines. They're always there and supportive. I'm always, not just Daphne, these two over here, they probably get tired of, not lately, but before I was like, messaging them left and
Never
right. So, but also on the same line is Trish is Give It Away. Now that I'm moving up, I find that if you don't help someone else prosper, you're not going to prosper. So that's huge for people just starting out. So, but yeah. So thank you guys for your support and being there.
I promoted to executive. Yeah, it was my mom's birthday. So that was a good birthday present. But, and again, like everybody else said, like share, because it's frustrating because I keep sharing and everybody's skeptical. But the last month I had somebody text me at like 10:30 at night. I'm in bed and I hear my phone go off. And they're like, I think I want to try the defining gel. I'm like, 10:30 at night? I'm in bed. Okay. So just keep sharing. Share. And again, have an awesome upline, because without Trish, I would be nowhere.
Right. Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you guys
Good
for sharing.
Is it time?
So I'm going to
I'm going to share those emotions tonight. So, I'm going to sit down because I'm not a pastor. I'm not a teacher. I'm not anything. I'm just your friend. So I'm going to sit down. Really just want to share my heart. So bear with me. It might be a little choppy. Like I said, I don't do this very often. So just bear with me. But Sunday, this recently is on my heart, so it's very fresh. Sunday, my husband and I were at church, and I both went down to the altar. And we didn't go down to the altar for the business. I didn't go down there for that. I didn't go down there to pray for it, nothing like that. It was personal for Darwin and I to go down there. But as we're down there, we had two different people speak over us, and it had to do with the business. But while I was down there, I just felt God just laying on my heart over and over again. That I don't know if some of you have heard this song, but it says, if you can use anything, Lord, you can use me. Take my hands, Lord, and my feet. Touch my heart, Lord, speak through me. If you can use anything, Lord, you can use me. I love that song. This business, yes, the financial part of it is amazing. You know, none of us can doubt that. That's the main reason why a lot of us got into this, for financial freedom. But this business became so much more to my husband and I, especially on Sunday, because I just felt God saying, this business is more to me than what you realize. You can touch so many different people. You're going into so many different people's houses. People that don't know me, that's never heard of me, and you can easily slip it right in there. Easily touch their heart. I can use you. I can use you if you ask me. If you ask me. And that's all he really wants. Philippians 2:3 says, For it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill his good work. Sometimes we allow our past to define us. We allow doubt to take over our future. We feel as though we are not worthy of God using us or even his love. Sometimes we think, I have so much, God can't use me. I'm just a little old hope. That's what I think. I'm just a little old hope, quirky and everything else, God, why would he want to use me? And especially in this business, because you just think, sometimes that financial aspect's there, so you're thinking, how can God use this? So doubt just constantly just creeps in, in my head. I can't speak for everybody else, but for me, it constantly creeps in my head about God using me. Philippians 1:39, 13, 14 says, For you formed my my inner parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your words. My soul knows it very well. So even though I'm my quirky little self, even though you have your little things that you may think, that God can't use, he made that for a reason. He made it for a reason. God is waiting for us just to give over our past. A lot of us have a lot of hurt. I know I've heard some of your stories. Some of them I can't imagine some of the things that you've gone through. God can use that because there's other people that have that same hurt, that have that same experience, but they don't know how to break free from it. They don't know how to move on. But God can use that. That's why you survived it, so you can help somebody else. He's waiting on us to give over our past and our doubt. He is waiting on us to say, God, if you can use anything, Lord, you can use me. You can use my past, my doubt, my naysayers to show my true testimony. You have a testimony, use it. Use it. Even in your personal daily lives when you're not doing it, works, use it. Don't be scared. Don't be, holding back. You never know what somebody is going through. You just don't know. There's so much that he wants to do through us, but we have to be willing. We have gifts and talents we don't even know about. I just feel like if we just ask God to use us in any way possible, he will. That's what he wants from us. It's more than just the financial with this business. And it's weighing so heavy on my heart. God wants to explode this. He wants to explode this business for him, and that's what the company is based around. That's one reason why I signed up. I don't know about anybody else, but I was so excited to hear it was a Christian-based company that sold me. And it's because he wants to use it. There's no other reason why this company is blowing the way it is, the way it's blowing up, and it's because God is all over it. He is all over it. Any conference you go to, any meeting you go to, there's a devotion, there's prayer, there's praise and worship, there's something. He is all over it, and he wants to use us. He wants to use it as a way to witness to people. Yeah, we're sharing products. Yes, we're sharing the business, and that's awesome. That's awesome. But really, what's more important? What's more important? And this is my heart. This is something that just laid heavy on me, and I hope that, it may only be one other person that feels it, and that's fine with me. That's fine. But just allow him to use you, whatever your talents are, and make that your prayer. So, and if anybody has anything, something that they need to talk about, I know I am willing, I'm sure Bonnie's willing. This business is personal too. You're more than welcome to call me, send me a message on Facebook to ask for my phone number, whatever it may be. Talk to me tonight, whatever it is. If you don't know Jesus, I'm here. I'm here to talk to you about Jesus. And this is what I feel is on my heart. I feel like he wants to use me. So if you don't know him, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. He wants to use you. So I really have. So I was what? For a reason. Thank you. So I guess we could pray to close it. If anybody has anything else they want to add, feel free. But did you want to pray? Okay. I will pray. I'm somebody that likes hold hands, so I'm sorry. So, I'll try not to talk any other.
I'll just squeeze. What you know?
That's okay.
You want to go around the face? Yeah. I'm feeling a kick. All right, so I'll go ahead and start in prayer. Okay? Dear God, we thank you for everything you've done for us. We thank you for bringing us together. God, if it wasn't for this business and you, we wouldn't all be standing here together. And we thank you for that. We thank you for our new friends that we've made, God. We thank you for everything you've done in this business, Jesus, and in our lives and our personal lives, God. Right now, I just pray, Jesus, for every single person standing here, God. If there's anything that they're going through, Jesus, in their past that they have held on to, that they can't let go, God, that's stopping their future, Jesus. I pray right now, God, that you help them, God. You help them
push through it, Jesus, and that they trust in you, Jesus, that you can overcome anything. They can overcome anything through you, God. I believe that, Jesus. I believe that you can touch them, Jesus. You can heal them from the top of their head to the soles of their feet, Jesus. You can touch anything, emotional, physical, whatever it was, God. I pray that you just get peace over them, God, that they've never had before. God, I pray right now if there's anybody standing here today, Jesus, that doesn't know you, that you rest heavy on their heart, God, because we know you are the Savior. We know that you are the one that can save us, God. I pray that you rest heavy on their heart, Jesus, and they're not scared to come forward at some point in time, God, to ask you into their hearts. God, I just thank you for everything you've done today. I thank you for this meeting, Jesus. I thank you for everything. God, as we go home, keep us safe, our family safe, Jesus. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.